وفؤادي بلادي 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 لك حبي وفؤادي. Σε γνωρίζω από την κόψη του σπαθιού τη τρομερή. Σε γνωρίζω από την όψη που με διαμετράει τη γη. Απ' τα κόκαλα βγαλμένη των Ελλήνων τα ιερά και σαν πρώτα αντριωμένη χέρο χέρο η λευτεριά και σαν πρώτα αντριωμένη χέρο χέρο η λευτεριά και σαν πρώτα αντριωμένη χέρο χέρο η λευτεριά.
I would like to invite to the podium the Ambassador of Cyprus to Egypt, Her Excellency Mr. Paul Ioanni. أدعو إلى المنصة سعادة السفير قبرص لتمثل السيدة بول Ioanni.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, a warm welcome to all of you this evening, and thank you so much for being with us. With particular thanks to a very good friend of Cyprus and our guest of honor this evening, Minister of Petroleum Karim Badawi, who very appropriately just got off a plane returning from Cyprus. I'm very grateful to Your Excellency for your presence here tonight, but especially for the outstanding cooperation that we enjoy on energy issues. I also want to single out the presence here tonight. I don't know if he's here with us yet, but the Director General-elect of UNESCO, Dr. Khaled El-Amani, is joining us. I'm certain I speak for everyone here in expressing wholehearted congratulations to Dr. Anani for his well-deserved election. At long last, Egypt, as the home of the oldest world civilization, will steer the world's leading organization on cultural cooperation. And we wish him every success in his new mission. Dear friends, as you have seen from your invitations, this year we celebrate the 65th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Cyprus and Egypt. While this is an important milestone, let me draw your attention to the actual lifespan of Cypriot-Egyptian relations, which exceeds 4,000 years. For much of this 4 millennia, our relations have been strategic, just like they are today, reflecting the consistency and continuity of our close partnership since antiquity, but also its deeply rooted character, its durability, and its resilience. In contemporary times, Cyprus and Egypt enjoyed cooperation and mutual support before Cyprus even became independent. And we are grateful to Egypt for supporting our decolonization. At the time, the Cypriot community in Egypt numbered as many as 20,000 people, a number that represented a high proportion of Cyprus' population at that time. I take this opportunity to acknowledge the members of the Cypriot community in Egypt who are with us tonight. When Cyprus emerged into statehood in 1960, Egypt was one of the first countries it established diplomatic relations with, and Cairo was one of the first diplomatic missions we opened. Our respective leaders at the time, Presidents Makarios and Nasser, developed a close partnership that defines our relations to this day. Back then, in the era of decolonization, we were brought together by the principle of non-alignment in a polarized world. Today, Egypt and the European Union, whose closest member state to Egypt is Cyprus, have a strategic partnership in the context of which an EU-Egypt summit is taking place in Brussels tomorrow. It is one of Cyprus's foreign policy priorities to bring Egypt closer to the European Union and the European Union closer to Egypt. Dear friends, Cyprus and Egypt are allies not because of opportunity, whether it be the natural gas cooperation we currently have or the ephemeral alignment of any interests. We are allies because we have laid, brick by brick, the solid foundations of our relations, and these foundations have stood the test of time. We are allies because we have organically developed good neighborly relations based on equal partnership, respect for each other, and respect for the rules-based international order. We are allies because we share unity of purpose in seeking peace in the Eastern Mediterranean and beyond. Peace in Cyprus, in Palestine, in Ukraine, in the Sudan, and in the tens of conflicts that are ongoing around the world. Cyprus and Egypt have been brought together by geography, and while we never get to choose our neighbors, I would say that if we could choose our neighbors, we would choose Egypt. Before closing, I need to express sincere thanks to those without whom tonight's event would not have been possible. My team at the embassy, the indefatigable Ms. Soraya Bakat, and of course our generous sponsors. Tahia al-Alakat, al-Akhoya, Beina Koubrous, wa Masra. Thank you very much.
I would like.
First of all, it's a great pleasure to be here. I think the relationship between the Republic of Cyprus and the Arab Republic of Egypt, they go for a very, very, very long time. But I would like to mention, the very special relations between His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and President Nikos Christodoulidis, which is a very special bond, and in terms which forms really a relationship and a partnership which is usually described as a strategic, reliable partnership, as is mentioned many times, by His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and President Nikos Christodoulidis. I'm very honored to be here today with you. I just came back from Cyprus this morning, and I can say from the heart that the relationship between Egypt and Cyprus is a very special relation, and here I'll put a bit of focus on the collaboration and on the partnership in the energy domain, which really stands as a true example of how, when both countries and both leadership and all the teams involved can look in terms on how we can collaborate together to avail the energy that is required for the economic development, both in Cyprus, in Egypt, in the region, and in Europe, can take place by really looking and working in strong partnership. I see many friends here and many partners, amongst us, today. And by working together, with my dear friend and partner, His Excellency Minister of Energy and Commerce and Industry of Cyprus, His Excellency George Papanastasiou, we really kind of formed this partnership in terms of looking of how we can unlock the subsurface potential, which exists in Cyprus, with vast reserves in terms of gas, and how we can leverage the infrastructure which exists in Egypt, and how we can leverage the very strong partnership and relations to unlock that potential, leveraging the infrastructure, of Egypt, and to avail that gas, for the markets in Europe and for Cyprus, for the benefit of the development of the Cyprus, economy, for Europe, and as well for Egypt, in a true sense of partnership, and a partnership which is fostered with common, strategic partners in the upstream. And here I will, comment on, both ENI and Total Energies, for which we were just, the phases of signing, agreements to unlock the potential from the Kronos field, in Cyprus to come to Egypt and to be able to be exported for our export terminals back to Europe, and also our friends, from Chevron and Shell with their Aphrodite steels, to be able to unlock that potential for them. And this could only be possible, based on the trust, the mutual respect, the friendship, the strategic partnership, the strategic collaboration, and the human element, which really brings all of us together for this one common goal. And this really gives me a great pride, really, in terms of coming here today directly from Cyprus, where we spent the last 48 hours, with my dear friend and the energy sector in Cyprus, in the Eastern Mediterranean Conference, where we can sign together milestones as part of the agreements of unlocking the gas, from Kronos, to be able to come to the facilities in Egypt to be exported, and also very productive meetings as well with our partners to look at the way forward as well for Aphrodite. So we're here gathered today not to talk about gas, but to really celebrate the long-standing relationship between, Cyprus and Egypt. I think what makes this relationship so special, it is the people, the trust, the strong bond between the leadership of both countries, and of all of us together working as one for the benefit of both the people of the Republic of Cyprus, the people of Egypt, and also the strategic partnership to also unlock the benefit for Europe and also for the rest of the region, the East Mediterranean, and well beyond. So it's a great honor. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the invitation of being here. And it's a great honor to to kind of share that moment with so many friends, partners, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the different cabinet, and really esteemed guests and partners. I'm looking forward to continuing celebrating many, many, many more years of great partnership and friendship and relationship between Cyprus and between Egypt. Thank you very much. Thank you.